Hello, beautiful people. Shakima in the building. So, my fellow Pisces, yay! We finally arrived at Pisces. I'm a Pisces sun. Technically, I'm a cusp. Aquarius Pisces. And I'm here to bring us the Pisces reading, guys, for the sun, moon, and rising signs of Pisces. And this is for the week of the 9th to the 15th of July. And I'm pretty much just inspired to do this reading because obviously Mercury's gone retrograde, as it does 3 times a year, and because Venus is doing the most whilst it's having its conversation with Mars. The energies are going to be really quite eclectic for us in terms of like the changes that are going to be coming through. There's so much that is going to be so transformational. I really just wanted to utilize this time because we are in between eclipse energy. So we had the last solar eclipse on the last new moon, which was on the 2nd, and now we're going to be moving into a lunar eclipse on the next full moon, which is going to be on the 16th here in the UK. So with all this energy, guys, I'm just like, you know what? Need to put something out so that we can just reassess, reevaluate, redefine, and come together, guys. You know, collective consciousness, trying to sort of uplift mankind. Yeah, why not? These are going to be general readings, guys. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit gassed or I'm coming across, you know, a little bit high energy in comparison to maybe some of my other videos. I am always excited to get to Pisces, and I'm hoping that it's going to be a little bit better than my sun, well, than my moon and my rising sign, because that's just said that I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of work for this week, but clearly that's what's going on. So that's not too far off. Outside of that, however, you know, the intention here is to be able to give you guys some unique guidance and insight. So definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know how you were able to effectively utilize the guidance from this reading to be able to navigate through the week in question. And also be sure to like, give me a thumbs up, guys. Subscribe if you know you feel like I'm for you, if you vibe with me, guys. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can be kept in the know every time I upload these awesome videos for you guys. And yeah, just kind of know that the intention is always just to bring you guys as much guidance and clarity as possible. So going straight into it, I'm going to be using the tarot to give us some guidance, and I'm also going to be utilizing the romance angels to be able to give us some insight for my single Pisces, my coupled Pisces, and my Pisces in some situationships, because we all need loving and sometimes it's complicated. And then we'll just be closing out the space with an angel answer sort of oracle guidance for us to just be able to sort of utilize the energies effectively and, you know what I guess the angels are saying, as well as, you know, whatever else the universe is sort of got in store for us, you know. So without further ado, let's get straight into it, guys. Let's go. Right, straight off the bat, we got stuff coming out, but we ain't gonna take it personal. They're saying, you know, this is all about idealistic sort of viewpoints. So let's just have a little look and see what in question are they speaking about. What is the divine guidance for my Pisces for the week of the 9th to the 15th of July, Spirit? Okay. Right, so we are disappointed. That's how we're starting off the week. We're feeling disappointed about certain unfair sort of situations, or at least it feels unfair. It feels like we're doing the most. And this is interesting because we're probably like one of the signs that does some of the more difficult work in terms of working to uplift and assist the consciousness of mass consciousness. And you know, it's like sometimes it kind of feels like we drew the short the short straw. So we're feeling a little bit disappointed about some of the shortcomings that we've sort of experienced. And for those of us that are dealing with legal situations, it hasn't necessarily been in our favor, and it's kind of put us sort of on a back end of the situation where we're like, oh my god, like I'm just damned for doing right and damned for just doing wrong, so I might as well just kind of go off on the deep end and do some shit, you know. But the perspective, that's what Spirit was saying. As far as the way that we're seeing it from more of an idealistic perspective, rather than seeing it from an opportunity for us to be able to persevere. They always like to try and use that word, innit? It's because I'm gonna apologize, guys, because you may see me do commentary as I get the channeling through. I'll let you know what they're saying to me, but at the same time, I have my own commentary because this is going to be impacting me directly. So I just want to be able to put that out there. Disclaimer, BTW. Right, so what is the divine guidance for my Pisces, guys? What is the divine guidance for my Pisces for the 9th to the 15th? So this week is all about that creative energy. It's about that creative community that's really going to be assisting you throughout this week. Yeah, guys. It seems like the energy is really quite supportive for you guys. You're really quite determined as well. Let's just have a little look. What is the divine guidance for my fellow Pisces? Yeah, still pretty good energy. There may be some third-party activity as well that you are moving on from in terms of your romance. I can see that it's come with a lot of baggage. It hasn't necessarily been easy to move past that situation, but I can see that it is something that you are working to get past as well. There are some restrictions in terms of, you know, how you can create because of your circumstances, but I see that you're not necessarily letting that hold you back, basically. You know, you are focused on the short-term plan as far as your career prospects, simply because you're not really, you know that you, how can I put it? You know that there's a lot of external factors to the situations. You know that there's a lot of, I guess, burdens, if you will, for lack of a better way of putting it. You know that you've got a lot of burdens externally. So you're not really looking at the long-term aspect of things. You're more looking at it for like the next week or two, or yeah, next week or two. It doesn't even seem like you're looking further than that at the minute, to be fair. You're just kind of trying to get by. For some of you as well, what I can see is that you're now a little bit more open to the changes as well. I can see that you're avoiding any conflict moving forward. In terms of your romance, the intention is to avoid conflict, but I can see that there may be some, I guess, broken promises that may sort of trigger some sadness for you. You know, let's have a little look and see more in depth of the situation anyways. What is the divine guidance for my Pisces for the week of the 9th to the 15th of February? My bad, guys. I meant July. I was actually thinking about a friend. My bad. What is the divine guidance? Okay. Well, we've got the guidance regardless. Let's have a little look-see. We've got a little look-see. Okay, so there's been a lot of poor planning, and the poor planning is what is causing a lot of the restrictions that we're experiencing right now. So we've only got 2 cards, but I'm going to pull to see what is the final outcome of the situation for us, guys. So for the most part, in the past, we've gotten to a place where we're absolutely determined. Like, we are so headstrong about what it is that we're wanting to create at this point. Like, you guys, nothing's about to hold us back at this point. We're just like, do you know what? This is what I'm focused on. This is what it needs to be. This is what it has to be. So I'm sorry if anybody else sees something else, but this is what is going to be the ultimate outcome, because I can't afford to continue to like go the way that I've been going with the situation. Yes, I've not been particularly great at utilizing my resources in the past. Yes, I have been manipulated. Yes, I've had to do some manipulating to be able to sort of, you know, work my way through the circumstances in my past. But now I'm absolutely determined to make sure that what I see for myself in the future is going to be coming through. There we're determined though, guys. There are some restrictions, so there is going to be some delays presently, or at least it feels as though we're going through some delays because we are not utilizing our resources effectively as well. And because we're not planning effectively, it is impacting the overall outcome of the situation. So planning is going to be a major factor for us moving forward. And we're really going to have to really sort of use our intuition as well as we make the plans that we're going to, I guess, need to utilize moving forward. let's have a look and see what is the outcome for us. What is the outcome? Okay. So outcome for us, guys, we're at the crossroads. So because this is how it came out, I want to put it like this. So I'm looking at the 5 of Cups. So we're at the crossroads where we are almost at the precipice of change, but we're not quite there yet. We're working through forgiveness. I think firstly, we're working through forgiving ourselves for some of the bad decisions that we've made. I don't really want to call it bad. I want to say negative decisions that we've made. So there's been decisions that have allowed for certain things to come and be taken away from our lives, because that's what a negative is, a takeaway, minus, whereas a positive is an addition, plus. So we're at the crossroads of being able to forgive, but we haven't necessarily completed that cycle just yet. There's still a lack of closure with the circumstances that we're dealing with, but we're at a good place with it. We're not necessarily we're no longer crying over spilt milk, if you will. We're at the place where we're willing to take a look at the situation, not necessarily just at the 3 cups that have been spilled out in front of us, but also the fact that there's 2 cups that still filled out behind us. We're going to have to learn how to utilize those effectively so that we can avoid sort of having the same sort of outcome of disappointment as these 3 spilled cups. Okay, so that's where we're at with the situation. We're determined to make this shit work, guys. Yes, there's delays at the minute, but we're not finished with the situation. We're still emotionally connected to this. We haven't completed the cycle with this person, and we are at the place where we're working through forgiveness, not only for ourselves but also with this person, so that we can forgive them for them because what I'm seeing with the situation, a lot of the restriction is to do with the fact that we're disappointed somewhat in them being a part of the delay to the situation. Okay, for some of us it may be a case that we're the ones holding things up. For others of us, like I said, I feel like it's the person that we're with that's really sort of delaying the process of things actually being able to move to the next level, of commitment. There's still a lack of closure. There's still clearly emotional feelings involved, but it's still at a misalignment of our values. So it's not necessarily exactly what we want, but we're not necessarily prepared to let this person go just yet, because we're still emotionally connected to this person, and we just don't feel like we've finished the work that we're supposed to be doing with this person just yet. It's just not over. That's just what it is. It's not over until it's fully over, man. We ain't fully over it. So it is what it is, guys. Let's have a little look. What is the divine guidance for my Pisces in relationships? Okay. So for you guys, we're healing family issues. For those of you guys in relationship, you're healing family issues, and you're advised to let your friends help you. So have conversations with the people around you so that you can get some clarity, so that you can get some insight, so that you can get more of an understanding, because you guys may share some of the same ancestral patterns and baggage, and you'd be surprised to see how their cycles are very similar to some of the cycles that you're trying to overcome yourself. And the advice for you for the week of the 9th to the 15th is to retreat. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world, and the relationship that you're dealing with is an unrequited love, which is why you kind of need to take a moment to reevaluate, step back, so that you can see things more clearly. What is the divine guidance for my Pisces? Okay, in relationships, we've got divine guidance, guys. Oh, this is so cute for you guys. You deserve love. Look, there's going to be a reconciliation for you guys. So for those of you guys that have, been disappointed in terms of how your person has been navigating through the process, you guys will come back together. But first you have to come to the realization that you're lovable as you are. And you kind of have to be the one to sort of say, do you know what? This is how you love me. If you have a look, she's like shooting her bow. And when you think about someone sort of shooting a bow, you have to be very specific in terms of where you're aiming. So you're like, look, this is how I want you to love me. Like, if you're going to love me, make me feel the love. Don't just tell me that you love me and then abandon me, because you're feeding me to my demons of abandonment. And I'm not really trying to like continue to feed that pattern. I'm not really trying to feed that cycle. And until you realize first and foremost like that you need to be there for yourself and not rely on this person to give something to you, make sure that you have it within yourself first and foremost, then spirit's going to, you know, allow for the reconciliation to sort of take place. And it really is going to be a playful reconciliation. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And that's really where you're going to be able to sort of reconcile with this person. Try not to take yourself too seriously throughout the process, and just be open as you kind of navigate through it. Okay, so the clarifying as well is to give your relationship a chance, because this is going to give you guys an opportunity to really sort of express your romantic feelings as well. This could be true love, guys. These are the two cards at the back. This could be true love. So just, yeah, give it a chance. Make sure that you're loving yourself first and foremost, and the other person will kind of sing to the same tune. Okay, teach them how to love you, basically. What is the divine guidance for my... Okay, so for my single Pisces, the divine guidance for you guys is to flirt. Okay, be out here, put yourself out. Like, the thing is, like, you can be so charismatic, Pisces, when you want to be, when you choose to be. But if you are not, and you're swimming in your little dark fish, you can be very introvert and aloof and closed off. So just be open, be expressive, be flirty, extend your light-hearted energy to others, and stay optimistic about your love life. It's not all doom and gloom. It's just that right now you're going through a dry spell because you're working through some shit. Okay, you know, it's not like a bad thing. It is going to give you an opportunity to, I guess, express and feel romantic feelings again. It's just that right now you need to kind of take a minute to focus on yourself and not be in a relationship whilst you're doing the healing that needs to take place. But doesn't mean you can't flirt with someone. Doesn't mean you can't be like open, light-hearted, bubbly, charismatic. Yeah, just let your inner self come out to play. Okay, be nice with your playing. No naughty business. Let's have a look. What is the divine guidance for my Pisces in situationships? What do you advise? Okay, so for you guys, again, the advice for you guys is to love yourself first. And this is the same thing as for those in actual relationships. So you guys are kind of like on the same sort of trajectory here. I know that you guys don't necessarily have the same levels of commitment of calling it a full-blown relationship, but clearly you guys are dealing with the same sort of, I guess, karmic cycle and energy. The advice for you guys is to just be playful with the situation. Try not to sort of take it too seriously. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. As you love yourself first, you'll be able to sort of allow for this person to kind of come to you. It's almost like you'll have to do a little bit less. You won't have to do as much, and this person will naturally just gravitate towards you because they'll be able to sort of see your inner light shining through. It is an unrequited love, so this is why, you know, it is still a complicated situation, because there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, which means that as it is at the minute, it isn't going to be sustainable long term, which is why you're having to kind of, you know, learn how to love yourself so that you can teach this person how to love you, so that this person in essence as well can learn how to respect themselves as well as you. Because when we're talking about disrespect, like, that person has to first disrespect themselves before they then subsequently disrespect you. Disrespecting you is actually a reactionary measure of them not actually respecting themselves in the first place. Okay, but that is the romance side of things for you guys. Let's have a little look as we close out the space what the divine oracle guidance is. What is the divine guidance for my Pisces for the week of the 9th to the 15th, Spirit? What is the divine guidance? Okay, so there'll be an opportunity for you to get more information. Okay, don't sort of make your mind up about the situation just yet. You guys are going on a new path. There is going to be recovery for you guys, but it really does take, I guess time. It's a time sensitive situation, and also you don't have all the facts of the situation just yet. So don't make any final decisions during this week. Just kind of be open to the process as things unfold for you. Okay? So again, like I said, be open to the process. Trust the process. Trust that God, the universe, the divine, your angels, your guides are working for you. Don't stop what you're doing. Just know that you kind of have to be open to the process as everything is unfolding at the minute, and now isn't the right time. Now isn't necessarily the right time for you to receive everything that you want, because there's still things that you have to learn. There's still lessons that you're here to kind of evolve through. There's still patterns and cycles that you're here to break, so that the generations beyond you at this point don't have to be faced with dealing with some of the same circumstantial baggage. Okay? But trust that spirit has your back and it will be successful. Just remain positive and you'll come to the realization that there's something better than what you're experiencing right now. It's just that there's a lot of other factors to the situation to be considered. Okay? Whew. Right. I hope that was useful for you guys. I hope that you guys were able to utilize the information to navigate through the week ahead. And as I said, definitely be sure to comment in the comments down below and let me know, how you've been able to utilize the information. Give me a thumbs up if you liked, my technique, if you liked, the way that I was able to sort of relay the messages. I'm here for it. If not, and you want to give me a thumbs down, leave me a comment and let me know why. I'm here for, I'm open to constructive criticism. I want to get better. I want to be able to connect to people at a level that you guys are able to resonate with the information. I know it's not going to resonate with everyone. Like I said, if it doesn't resonate, let it dissipate. But if it does, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. That way you can be in the know for as and when I upload these awesome videos for you, as always. I am sending you guys nothing but love, light, and positive intentions for the journey ahead. And until next time, beloveds, Ashe. Mwah.